Boogeyman Ben. Horror Zone.
Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone had a great day. Today's video is going to be on another tribute to Stephen King. This is going to be focusing on a book that is not a movie. This book has never been turned into a screenplay or an adaptation on film. The name of the book is called The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. This book was originally published back in April of 1999. I read it about 10 years ago. And I want to share my thoughts on the book, the story, and also this pop-up book, which is something that I don't know if a lot of people have or know about. But I also want to just share why it's one of my favorite Stephen King books of all time. So I hope everyone looks forward to this. Please stay tuned. 9-year-old Tricia McFarlane strays from the path while she and her recently divorced mother and brother take a hike along a branch of the Appalachian Trail. Lost for days, wandering farther and farther astray, Tricia has only her portable radio for comfort. A huge fan of Tom Gordon, a Boston Red Sox relief pitcher, she listens to baseball games and fantasizes that her hero will save her. Nature isn't her only adversary, though. Something dangerous may be tracking Tricia through the dark woods. Now, I read this book about 9 years ago. I used to work in San Francisco, and I would take the BART train into the city for work. And the easiest thing for me to do on BART, if it wasn't sleeping, was to read. And you're in a car for an hour. It's the best use of your time. And this, after finishing reading Needful Things, this was the next book I read, and I absolutely loved it. One thing that always struck home for me in this book was the idea of being lost. And as I've said in other videos, that is one of my biggest fears, is being lost. There were rumors of a film adaptation of this, but they seem to have stalled about 10 years ago. There has been no word if there will ever be an adaptation of this book. And this is one of the reasons why I'm sick of them readapting books like The Stand and Pet Sematary and Carrie last year, because there's this great source material that hasn't been touched. And I think if with the right director, like someone like Frank Darabont, David Koepp, there's some really great filmmakers that have adapted Stephen King's works really well, and I think this is one book that is just aching to be adapted. The thing I really loved about this book was just the fact that I felt like I was Tricia. Just the way that Stephen King writes is like you feel like you are that main character, and the fact that she was lost and alone, it's only from her point of view, and I just felt the isolation that she was going through, and what would you do, especially if you're a child and you're in this situation, and the fact that she was alone and at night and she could hear things in the woods, and I just thought it was so masterfully done, and it was a really effective book, and it's one of my favorite Stephen King books of all time. I don't know if you can still pick up this. I bought this at a bookstore in San Francisco when I worked there. My wife actually saw it, and it is a pop-up book of the novel, so lay it down. And I don't want to ruin the book for people, but I'll just show you a few things. I don't even know if they make pop-up books anymore, but I remember when I was a kid, there was all kinds of pop-up books. Let's see here. It's really interesting the way they do it. So you got them in the back seat there. I thought that was really cool. It's Tricia and her family, and you can see here they establish how she gets separated from them. Here she falls. I love how it's got these little areas that open up. It's really cool. It's really well done pop-up book. Cool thing is how each chapter is like it is in the book. So like they were all based, like one's called Second Inning, this one's called Top of the Fourth. Really, really cool. There's her Walkman and her bag. So she gets attacked by the wasps. I love that right there. And then of course there's Tom Gordon. So yeah, just an excellent, excellent read. I recommend picking up the novel and the pop-up book if you can find it. The pop-up book is really, really well done. It's one thing I don't open too much, actually, but it's one I want to kind of flip through again because I haven't read the book or looked through the pop-up book in years. But yeah, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, one of my favorite Stephen King books of all time. And I really hope everyone enjoyed this little review. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and please, if you guys have read the book, please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and stay tuned for some more Stephen King related videos. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Take it easy. Peace.